Hey guys, what's out here? Friday coffee mornings, lovely coffee. Check out the lovely sort of quote on my cup. Good friends are like stars. You can't always see them, but you know they're always there. Shout out to my friend who got me that. I haven't seen her for a while. I have to sort out a visit. How is everybody doing? So, not much on with me. There's not much pink left in my hair now. I am sort of now returning to my natural sort of colour state. That'll change. I might do it blue. I'm at Rapture Gaming Festival next week. I might do it blue for then. I'll have to ask Sarah really nicely if she'll do it for me on Monday. So I'm off on Monday. I'm off to work today as well. Plan is to get a lot of catching up done. I've got a PC I've got to clean up in terms of deleting old files, deleting replicated stuff that I've got twice because I've copied it and it's still on the same drive. So that's basically my day today. Just sorting out personal stuff, which is kind of cool. Got to take time out for yourself. A lot of people sort of think that's taking time out to put your feet up, relax, and whatnot, and it absolutely is. For me today, though, it's about doing stuff that I just haven't had time to do. So like tidying up my room, sorting out my PC, sorting out the next few weeks. Hopefully, try and sort out the DJ sets for the rest of the year. When I'm going to do them, etc. So, yeah, it's good to take a chill. I want to talk about something very quickly that happened during last night's stream. So last night I was streaming in Life is Strange Before the Storm episode 2, and the sort of in episode 1, I was the choices I was making. The two characters, Rachel and Chloe, were very much sort of becoming a couple, and there was one particular moment during yesterday's episode where one of the NPCs sort of says to Chloe, I'm thinking of making the move on Rachel Amber, but you two seem to spend a lot of time together recently. You know, is she single? Is she available? You know, and ultimately, the answer I chose was the one that I don't actually know. Mostly because in my mind I wanted Chloe and Rachel to get together. Now, what was sort of really interesting was my reaction to that, because I was actually quite surprised that NPC asked that question. Now, my split second reaction, which is pretty much what you see, was I was surprised because I didn't realize this NPC character was a lesbian, except I didn't know that she was, because she may not be. And that then got me the whole thinking maybe I've just sort of, I've prejudged this character, this character's sexuality, which is not something you should ever do in real life. And that then got me thinking, well, how am I? I'm straight. I've never had to have a period in my life where I've ever questioned that, where I've ever needed to question that. I've just never ever been attracted to guys. So what part do I then start getting involved, and how far do I go involved when it comes to sort of, outlining and detailing not just choices within the game, but how far I get involved in these types of conversations. And yeah, it's sort of set my head on a spin. But actually sort of in a good way, because it's the issue of sort of, staying in lane, where people are commenting on issues that really aren't about them. There's a lot of issues that the LGBT community face just by the fact they're LGBT, and I'm not talking about just sort of the horrific persecution that they face. It's just the very nature of being LGBT, and them coming to terms with that and accepting that. It's like, how far into that conversation do I go? Because I've never had to experience it before. Is it a conversation I should even be getting involved in? Is it just for me to just stay on the outside, stay in my sort of lane, and just offer support, as in, if people ever come to me for that? Yeah, I'm not always the most articulate person in the world. Even now, as I'm trying to explain this, I really don't know how to put that into words properly, which is probably a good indicator that either I should just stick to my lane, or I need to go and learn more about it. But it was actually really really interesting that looking at it from the friendship side. When I say the friendship side, just the side of you've got to ignore, take the sexuality of the character out of the equation for a second. What was sort of having a chance to think about it, what was really interesting and really sort of really, really good to me was you got a character who has seen two people together and they clearly they have feelings for, they want to sort of go a bit further with one of those people, but they're worried that they're already in a relationship. So they asked. They didn't just go and try and butt in. They said, okay, you, because if you are, I'm not going to make a move. But if you're not, if they are single and you are not actually together, then I want to go and make my move. And that was really, really cool. I actually sort of really appreciated that on some level because I think it's something that I would do. If I felt that two people were actually a couple, but I actually really liked one of them, and I wasn't overly sure. If I had the confidence, if I knew one of them enough, then I would probably go and ask. But the thing is, sort of even having just vocalized that, chances are, if I knew one of them well enough to actually have the confidence to go and talk to them, I'd probably know them well enough to know whether they were dating or not. But then if I also knew that they also had feelings for that person, then that maybe that conversation would come up. But no, just on that aspect, I really, really appreciated it. I'm not sort of coming back to the conversation now. I know there are people out there who may have an issue with the way that the sexuality is being portrayed in this game, and the sheer fact that you've got two people of the same sex who have a very interesting dynamic going on, and I'm no stranger to interesting dynamics in my friendships. But maybe the very deliberate sexuality undertones there, perhaps that's not appreciated. I don't know, and that's part of the thing that I'm actually not going to start getting into a commentary on about how it's being portrayed, because that for me is that's not my lane. My lane is to sort of involve me listening to those types of conversations, but not sort of trying to say, oh no, it's absolutely fine. Well, no, because I'm not LGBT myself, so I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. So that's something I need to go and learn. And I know a couple of people that, I said I don't know them personally, but I watched a couple of videos, particularly from a couple, not one, I think there are a couple of people, but they come under like one sort of username, who are, I think, I'm not going to mention what their sexuality is. I was about to say, I think they're dead. I'm not going to mention what their sexuality is. But I think they are part of the LGBT community, and they do a lot of Life is Strange videos as well. So I think I'm going to go and read up on them. If you want to know what I said, they are the name of Geek Remix. I will probably post that link in the chat. Sorry, post that link in the description box when I eventually upload this video. So, but the other thing as well, as sort of brought on, was this whole how far should games get into sort of tackling certain issues, because David Gage has been in the news again regarding a small scene he promoted at, I think it was Paris. There's some gaming show going on in Paris at the moment, and he's got his new game coming out, and the scene that he sort of showed off was actually depicting domestic violence. Now that sort of has raised a few eyebrows, and a few people got extremely upset about it. Seems to be akin to the similar sort of controversy that kicked off with X-Men Apocalypse, when the billboards had a picture of Apocalypse strangling one of the female X-Men. Now, there's two different angles to this. Should video games be tackling these sorts of issues? The answer for me is absolutely yes. Let me say, there's absolutely no reason why they can't. I think very much, but the same sort of rules apply that do to movies and TV shows. You've got to do it right. You've got to not going to be gratuitous about it. You've not got to glamorize it. You've not got to, especially when you're dealing with things like domestic violence. You don't want to say, "Oh, hey, look, domestic violence is really, really cool." It's like, no, flipping heck, no, absolutely not. You want to be, if you're going to depict it, you don't depict it as something that's right, something that's good to do. But the sad thing is, domestic violence happens, and the gaming, like movies are bringing in, sort of reflecting themes that happen in real life. TV shows reflecting themes that happen in real life. Games should be no different. You don't have to. I'm not saying that every single game should bring this in. I'm not suddenly saying that, in Halo 6, Master Chief and Locke should be a couple or something like that. But if the game setting is right and it's handled correctly, and the specific scenario within which it happens is relevant, then yes, explore issues surrounding domestic violence, things that happen in real life. I don't think games should be exempt from it. I mean, I look at Life is Strange. I mean, the sheer fact that something that happened in Life is Strange has got me thinking about things and about the way that I handle things, and do I make things worse? Am I part of the problem? And that game, and that is no bad thing. I think if more and more people did that, I think there's a chance that we could these conversations could happen a lot easier and a lot better, and some of these conversations absolutely need to happen. The other stuff then is, should he have shown that very particular scene to advertise his game? That's very much a much blurrier area. My own personal feeling, again, probably stepping out of my lane here, but my own personal feeling is probably not. If you're going to advertise something, you don't use domestic violence scene to do it. If you want to sort of say, okay, yeah, these are some of the issues, if you want to say, look, these are some of the issues that we're going to explore, then I think your marketing needs to be a lot better. I've got no issues with the game having it. I want to stress that again. I think that if the game is looking to explore themes of domestic violence and about why it happens and the dynamics of that, then, or just portray the fact that it happens and make it shocking so that people are like, oh my god, this happens, this is what it's like, oh my god, no. And actually they feel compelled to do something about it, then great. But using it as an advertisement to advertise your game, no, I can't say I'm massively comfortable with that. I think that is possibly overstepping the line, but then you start getting into a whole discussion about, well, what is the line, where is the line? So anyway, that's been approximately 13 minutes of me probably demonstrating why I shouldn't talk about these things, because. But then again, these are also unfiltered stuff. This is stuff that goes through my head. These are stuff that, it got me thinking. It's like, yeah, should games do this? What is my, what is my lane? People talk about this lane. Should I be trying to insert myself into certain conversations, or should I just stick to talking about stuff that affects me? But then again, I want to be an advocate for, particularly I want to be equality. Sexual equality, LGBT equality, racial equality, social equality, which means I've got to talk about the issues, but then I've got to understand them, and what is, how far do I go? And ultimately, I may have not got this right. People, anyone's watching this thinking, no, you are so completely on the wrong track here that you are way out of line. And if I am actually way out of line, I apologise in advance right now, because I don't want to be out of line. I don't want to be a hindrance. I want to be a help. I want to be somebody who, this is, another word that comes up is this privilege. I don't get, I haven't got people trying to restrict my rights on the basis of my sexuality. I haven't got people trying to bully and persecute and kill me because of my skin color. You know, I am a white heterosexual male who's not too badly off financially. I'm not having to, look over my shoulder well, not now anyway, but I've been, I'm not like one paycheck from getting kicked out of my home. It's basically like the system is built by people like me for people like me. I don't have to worry about things because of just by the nature of who I am. But but on that point, I want to. Okay, I want to use that in the right way. To give that to others so they don't. To try and force change. But ultimately, it's a game. A game has got me thinking about this stuff. I'm nowhere near completing these thoughts. I've got a lot of research and a lot of things to go and read and a lot of people to go listen to. That's just games are very, very powerful mediums. You could say because of their interactive nature, they're arguably more powerful than movies and TV shows. So I think if there's an opportunity, as I said, it's got to be the right opportunity. It's got to be done right. It's not going to just be shoehorned in. It's not going to be gratuitous. But if there's an opportunity to explore some of these themes, I think games should absolutely take it on. Absolutely should take it on. Because they can be used so much more than just a gun on a screen. Since streaming, I've been introduced into a wide variety of games that I would never have played. Life is Strange is never a game I would have played. I got playing Life is Strange because I watched Ray play it, and there was something about that game that was like, wow, yeah, I can. This is a game I can get into, and that's got me into streaming Life is Strange Before the Storm. It's got me playing like the Telltale games and all this sort of stuff. There's a whole world, and you're like, there's some really great, especially with the story-driven games. Things like the Telltale games, the format of the Telltale games, the Life is Strange games, the David Cage games, have an opportunity to explore these issues. It's a game that explores mental health from the aspect of someone who's in an, I think she's in an asylum. That is a game that's absolutely going to be streamed. I'm hoping to stream it this month. Once I've done my aforementioned work, I'll have a better idea of what games I'm playing and when I'm going to play them and when I can fit them in. Excuse me a minute. I've just got to. I'm going to end this very, very quickly before I end up doing something. Hang on a minute. Enjoy my monitor. There we go. Hope you enjoyed the Xbox home screen. So speaking of Xbox, my Xbox One X is not coming this month now because a couple of issues have come up, which means I can't get it now. But my Xbox still works. It's nice to be that's more of a nice to have than more than an absolutely I need to have. So just keeping you guys up to date on that. If you're like, have you got your Xbox One X? The answer is no, and I'm probably not going to get it until next month for now. Games coming up. I was supposed to be out Sunday. That's now been cancelled, so I may now stream Sunday. But the poll I've put up for you guys to vote on what I want to play says it's going to be for Monday. So Sunday, if there is a stream, I might do that game actually. That game about mental health. I might do that. That could be quite a fun game to play. Actually, I'm not sure if it's going to be fun in the right word. An interesting game to play. Excuse me. It's going to blow my nose. So I'm going to wrap this up very quick. DJ stream at 3 o'clock Sunday. There will be a Twitch stream on Sunday. Probably going to be that game, which I can't remember. Monday will be whatever wins the... Monday and Tuesday will be whatever wins the poll. There'll be a vlog next Friday. And I may even fit in a Twitch DJ stream. Because at the moment I can't go to tap because I've injured my knee quite badly. My hip is now really playing up quite badly. My body is basically falling apart. So I'm having to take a rest. Flipping it. Hang on a minute. Hey, welcome back. Anyway, this is actually been going on now for nearly 20 minutes and won't be by the time it's all got together. Anyway, so you guys have a good week. Hope you have a good weekend as well. I'm going to get on with some stuff and you guys take care. And any comments on anything I've talked about, Let me know if you think I'm well on the wrong track. Definitely, please let me know. Always interested in having these kinds of discussions. Anyway, you guys take care. I'm going to go and sort myself out. And whatever you do, make sure you do it with coffee, and especially with great quotes on mugs.